here for Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, March 12th. I didn't get a lot done this past week. However, I did get a fleece blanket made for the Project Linus meeting this past weekend. I don't have it here, obviously, because I turned it in on Saturday. So actually between last week's video and Saturday, I got it done from start to finish. I went digging through my stuff and found a piece of fleece that was a remnant that was close to 60 by 60. So I trimmed it up, and then I just folded it to the back for a hem, and used a utility stitch off the machine I'm currently using. I will insert a picture of that fleece blanket here. That blanket ended up being about 54 by 58, or I don't know, something like that. And yeah, and I got it done. And actually, the nice thing about it was I was able to get at least part of the label sewn on while I was sewing the hem down with that utility stitch. And it was sort of a zigzag, but like with a little small zig and then a big zag, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so that's done. So that means that's number 3 for the year. So I'm right on track with my donations. My minimum 12 for the year. Third month, third donation, so we're good. One of those tops that Susan had started that she sent me was about 26 inches square, so obviously not big enough for Project Linus. Needs to be at least 30 by 30. And after trying out some different greens and reds and blues, I decided to go with purple for a border to make it bigger. This is a 4.5 inch border, so I should end up with something big enough to do for Linus, although I may add another border after this one, a narrower one. I don't know. I haven't decided. I have so many 2.5 inch strips that I might. I have some more of the polka dots here, so I could feasibly use that, but my other thought is to not put another border on and use what's left of those strips for the binding. So I'm not 100% sure on that. And then just an experiment from last week. This little Hexie Grandmother's Flower Garden thing. I've always wanted to try these, and I'm not a hand piecer. My arthritis gives me too much trouble for that. I machine pieced it. I have a little baggie full of these pre-cut Hexies out of kids novelty fabric that I brought home from Project Linus years ago. And then when I realized, you know, everybody was like hand sewing these, I just have kept them, and I haven't done anything with them. So I have used a few of them here and there in paper piecing projects, like as the center of a star or something like that for Project Linus. But I didn't look up a tutorial. I didn't follow instructions. I just sort of tried to logically figure out how you would machine piece these together, starting with just the center red, and I think the frog is what I started with, and then worked my way around. And I think it came out really well. It wasn't that hard. Is it perfect? No. But I think it looks pretty good. And I did it on a lunch break. Like, we're talking half hour. I put this together, so I've decided I'm going to, I keep that baggie now in my sewing desk. And if I want to just do something real quick, if I feel like sewing something, but I can't pick a project to work on, then I'm going to make one of those. And eventually I will have enough to just throw on like a solid or a tonal fabric and just machine applique them on kind of randomly, and I think that would be fun. So that's where I'm going with that. It was just a little experiment, and thankfully it worked. That's it. That's all I've got to show you. So I guess I will just say I look forward to watching your videos. I hope you have a crafty week, and I will see you next week. Bye!